Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Titan Tips. In this one, we're still on King's Caprice, but I do want to talk through what you want to spend your antique tokens on. There is a couple of different schools of thought, but there's one that I'm really prioritizing lately or that I think is really important. And so if you go into your Ascensions, one of the most important things in the game is getting this 51 stars. That's something that's obviously a huge goal. It's a lofty goal. It's a long-term goal. But if you count it, if you get 3 stars per item and you want 51 stars, that means that you need 17 items, which you're not getting even close to without getting Caprice items for most lines, okay? Because just through the chest items, all the free-to-play items, and like a few Lost City items, all that kind of stuff, you're still going to need to get at least a couple of items for most lines to be able to finish it. And so when you go into King's Caprice menu and you go to antiques, you're generally going to be looking for the lower tier items like a kunai, for example, which is going to be one, a lot less shards to be getting you extra stars in the dagger line, but is also going to be costing you a lot less antique tokens. And so getting as many of these low tier items out of the way or bought as you can, and then being able to ascend them is going to help you get your lines higher a lot faster. There's a couple other schools of thought that you could think, okay, well, I could just buy like the higher tier cool looking items, master them, give them all to the collection book, and then I can make my heroes look really cool. So that's an option as well. And then the other thing is that there is still quite a few items that are going to be best in slot items that are going to still be worth a lot of gems because it's the best item for a certain hero in a certain slot, that if you do craft a really high rarity of that, that's going to be worth a lot of gems. The thing that I would caution you on that is only do that if it's going to be in your rotation for a really long time. If you're going to say, okay, I have nothing good to craft in my leather and fabric, and so this is the item that I'm going to craft for the next 3 months, hoping that it doesn't get replaced by another best in slot, and hopefully I can get a couple legendaries in that time where it's going to pay off. But it's just like, hey, I have a best in slot item, but I'm not really going to craft it. It doesn't make sense in my rotation. It uses too many tier 3s, or it just doesn't make sense in this way. Then it's not really worth buying those things. So in my opinion, it makes a lot more sense to keep with the lower tiers and just fill in the ones that you're closest to. I know on my main, I'm only 1 item away, for example, from maxing out my bows, or I was 2 items away from maxing out my gloves, things like that. And so keeping in mind what you're focusing your ascensions on, what you're the closest to, what you need the least number of blueprints for, and then just focusing on those specifically. So just as an example, on this account, I might only look for staffs, crossbows, and daggers or something like that, and then I can ascend those and get it even closer to 51. So keep that in mind, and just try to buy intelligently when you are looking at the antique store, and hopefully you get lucky and find the ones that you're looking for. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and I'm sure I missed some things. If I did, let me know, and I'll talk to you all soon.